On today's episode of Pathmonk Presents, I have a very special guest with me joining today. Please welcome Omer Maman. And he is the VP of Marketing for Healthee. So for those of you who don't know, Healthee is basically changing the healthcare experience by making it not only easier and faster, but more efficient to get care. Their comprehensive platform provides personalized, instant, and uncomplicated answers to coverage, treatment, and benefits questions, end-to-end open enrollment support, and tailored preventative care suggestions. So, Omer, it's an honor to have you here today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. So for all of our listeners out there, what is it that Healthee does overall? Like, can you give us an insight as to what the company does?
Yeah, for sure. Gladly. So basically, our mission is to provide every employee with a health benefits experience they truly deserve, while simultaneously we're reducing costs for both employee and employers. Currently, American employees are often sent to multiple locations, mobile applications, and call centers just to get answers for their basic healthcare needs. It's a very fragmented and time-consuming process, and we aim to change it. And basically, we're doing it. What we do, we streamline the entire healthcare journey from the basic decision of choosing a plan during the open enrollment process to understanding what they are covered for when seeking, any kind of medical advice. Finding a healthcare provider, knowing their deductibles and booking appointments. And we want to make it easy, convenient, and accessible for all employees to navigate their healthcare needs seamlessly.
That's awesome. Thank you for giving me, the rundown as to how you guys manage that overall. So my next question is what industries do you mainly cater to? Or do you cater to all different types of industries, or do you mainly focus on, certain industries?
Exactly. So basically what I like about Healthee is that this is a solution that can benefit any employer providing health benefits for their employees, right? Regardless the industry, the company type, the employee seniority, or anything like that. We believe in equal access to healthcare for everyone, and we don't discriminate based on these factors. If we think about the problem that we are solving, our goal is to address the challenges many Americans employees face in accessing the care they need. With Healthee, employees can expect a seamless healthcare experience that caters to their individual needs.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing that with me. So my next question that I want to ask you is, who would you say is your champion or ideal persona within, the companies and industries with where Healthee is positioned overall?
So the champion, or I would say the ideal persona within companies and industries can vary, depending on the organization. In some companies, it is the HR professionals who are primarily responsible for introducing a better benefits experience for to their employees. In other cases, it can be the finance executives that play a crucial role in the decision-making process when they want to monitor closely the constant increase in the health benefits costs year over year, and they are interested in finding a solution that can effectively manage and optimize these costs while providing quality healthcare benefits. In addition to that, and that's what's, I would say, challenging, we are also developing some kind of a third-party partnership. So we develop business models for brokers, and we also sell through PEOs and TPAs, which is a whole new and different world in this industry. And that's what makes it very interesting, especially for me as a VP of marketing, dealing with so many personas and building a very dedicated key messaging matrix with understanding the different pain points of each and every persona and each and every company, and tailor all the marketing assets and the entire funnel per persona. So basically, if we look at it from a marketing standpoint, it's multi-dimensional matrix that we need to crack. But that's, challenging and exciting at the same time. So that's what I like about it.
Yeah, definitely. And I love how, with the example you provided and going in depth within, the funnel as well, I feel a lot of marketers don't really understand that. So I think it's great that you were able to provide an example for that as well. So my next question is, I just want to know, how does your audience typically find you guys? What are your top acquisition channels overall?
So we've just founded 2 years ago. So we're still a young company, but very experienced and already commercial. we are investing a lot right now in the brand awareness and the brand recognition that our company deserves. Our audience primarily discovers us through events that we actively participate, our organic presence on social media platforms, especially on LinkedIn, and word of mouth referrals. One of the biggest advantages that our product speaks for itself. For example, usually in demo calls, and when you demo your product, you need to dedicate the first 5 or 10 minutes of the demo just to demonstrate or to explain the need or the problem that you are aimed to solve. In our case, it's known to everyone. Everyone understands it in 5 minutes. Basically, they tell us what the problem is, and they're so happy to hear that we can resolve it instantly. I can give you a personal example. I just moved to the state a year ago from Israel. And I have 3 kids, and when I had a health issue with one of the kids, I just realized that I know nothing about my benefits. I know nothing about what I'm covered for or what my employer provides me when it comes to health benefits. And at the beginning, I thought to myself, okay, probably it's my problem. Probably I'm an immigrant. I don't know the system. I don't know how things work. And then the more I spoke to people, I just realized that. And also to people that live here since forever, I just realized that I'm not the problem. The system is broken. And that's why when we just come up with the solution and we introduce the solution to people, people instantly understand it. And they say, oh, how come that this solution arrives to the market just right now? And it wasn't existing since forever. So that's the fun part of on the end. If in the previous question, I just share with you the complexity of being a VP marketing in such a, with such a huge diversity in the audience. This is the fun and the easier part when you need to market or to sell a product that, sells itself.
Omer, I just want to thank you so much for taking time to join us on Pathmark Presents today, but I also want to give you the last word. So what would be the one piece of advice that you would give yourself if you were to start your journey as a marketer today, where you could pass this advice on to all of our listeners as well?
That's a beautiful question to wrap it up with. I think that my advice is never underestimate the power of asking why and critically evaluating marketing trends. In the fast-paced and ever-evolving world of marketing, it is easy to get swept up in the latest fad of buzzworthy tactics. But however, blindly adopting every trend without considering its alignment with your brand and the audience and the goals and the values and what you're trying to achieve makes your marketing sometimes ineffective and disconnected from your brand and your values and what you're trying to achieve. We see it a lot. There are so many trends in the marketing world going on right now. And sometimes I look at it, independently. And I just ask myself, okay, why? Why are they doing it? Why are they adopting this new trend? How does it correlate with what they're trying, what they anticipate? And you know what? Sometimes asking why, it's not just why we do it. It's also why now. And why doing this way and not another. And sometimes it's okay to adopt trends. I'm not saying, okay, if just stick with your old plan and don't change. It's great to be flexible. And also sometimes you can answer this question, why? Why? Because everybody does, and I want to be part of the party. That's also a question, but I always expect myself, my employees, my peers, my managers, always to ask why. And even on top of that, if I need to give a second advice, I'll give 2 advices. Is always investing in learning. In the Jewish Talmud, there's a beautiful saying that goes with me. I'll say it in Hebrew for our Hebrew-speaking listeners, Perfect. And then I'll translate it to English right away. So in Hebrew, it goes, "Mikol melamdai iskalti umitalmidai yoter mikulam." In English, the translation is, "I've learned from all of my teachers, but I've learned more, and I've learned much more from my students." And I really believe in that, because we learn from a wise man learns from anybody, and we always have to be investing in learning and understanding where the work, because as a marketer, you need to bring the future to the company. You need to understand where the trends are going and how you can evolve and grow with it. And I believe that inspiration and knowledge can be gained from various avenues. While I do seek valuable, insights from established companies and marketing leaders that have demonstrated, innovative approaches, I always find immense value learning from emerging voices and fresh perspectives, no matter if it's my employees, my peers, and sometimes even my children, right? We learn a lot from everybody. So that's my second advice to wrap up this interview.
Sweet. Thank you again so much, Armand. And I love the advice that you gave as well, because it represents, like the kind of leader you are and how it's really important to work together as a team, and how by being a good leader, it's like it trickles down and how you can be able to mold and champion your workers as well. So I think that's great. And I love how you gave not only one, but two pieces of advice. So thank you so much again.
Yeah, thank you. It was great.
Absolutely. All right. And for all of our listeners out there, check us out next week on PathMonk Presents.